Chapter 1, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was married to a demon girl. Based on, the intro of what I just did, the was her. I forget her name, but yeah. Because the Manko, I think, yeah. Can't spell her name out, so I'll just use or say her name. Ming. Sorry, I didn't mean. Hey, I'm trying to.
Mukage.
Yeah. Her. And before you type in the comments, okay, who's the other girl? Her. Well, and why she's here? Well, this is an alternate universe, so she is gonna come later because in this alternate universe, she was called, one with 6 arms, I think. I'm trying to remember her name, but yeah. Well, because in the canon version, basically a canon of where I found these pictures from, each one of these will be equivalent. Because I know that they came from 2 separate families, and they became the demons, but yeah. So, yeah. So, without further ado, yes, I am going to add zooming to this what if. And, yeah. And, yes, I am going to make Izuku overpowered. Kind of like the Muzan, or whatever his name is. But, because he has... I'm giving him 4 powers and 1 limit. Quirk. Basically. I'll tell you them. He has the powers of infinity, 0, multiverse, and fear. So, the fear allows him to basically, if it's activated, whoever he thinks of, should I say, villains, then the villains end up getting their deepest, darkest fears right before their eyes. He's and would be scared of them to point of they need therapy, kind. So, without, yeah. And his quirk will be called Inferno. Basically, Flaming Inferno. It's similar to Endeavor, and, of course, is way powerful than anything in the world. So, yeah. So, let's begin. Zuko and Zumi been born, and they hang out with Bakugo and Todoroki and Ochako. And, of course, her. Yeah. And she had a major crush on him. On Zuko. Oh. So, yeah. How major crush, like basically the equivalent of a name to the point of she wants him to be her husband, kind. Like she doesn't care if he was quirkless or quirked. So, let's continue. And I also forgot to mention that it would be her quirk, the demon quirk that she has. Like her powers would be like her demon quirks. So she can, it's like Dark Shadow but without any limitations. So yeah, let's continue this what if. So that all changed during the Quirk Doctor thing. And sorry for the noise in the background. So so he looks at Zumi first. Or Quirk Doctor looks at Zumi first. And told her that she has a quirk and she can join UA or do whatever she wants. And of course, you know the drill. He turns to Zuko and told him that he's quirkless and he can't become a yeah. And reason why is because he wanted or to say, Zuko, you have a quirk and same thing. But it was the funny gag thing. Because, or actually, he wanted to protect Zuko from what his powers are. No words. Because with so much power that he has, that even, he's trying to keep Zuko from, getting so overpowered that even, yeah. So, after the Quark Doctor thing, his parents abandoned him. His friends, or once friends, not all of them rejects him from there's only one. And that one is her. Yeah. She ends up basically wants him to join her because her parents are usually normally out of town and yeah. So she spends time with Zuko a lot. And she even allowed her She even allowed him to sleep with her. So, yeah. And he did, or she does, or she didn't kill him because, yeah. But instead, it did something that, quiet dogs. So yeah. So basically, she doesn't know how overpowered he is. So, she hangs out. And plus one night, during the time skip, she kind of went a little bit too far and she became like pregnant with yeah. As Zuko didn't, or he knew that there was, so there was two things that he did know. He did tell himself that the quirk doctor lied to him. So, yeah. And at age of 7, I forgot to mention, at age of 7 for him was his quirk evolved, like awakened into a true flames. Yeah, because it evolved into a true flames. Of course, his body didn't object it, but instead it infused itself into his own body. I mean, as it was causing him pain. So much pain that's inside of him that even, yeah. As his body evolved, he went from being a quirkless nobody to, or should I say, or having a quirk to having, or being a overpowered as a Saitama, the Super Saiyan, and Goku. Like, imagine overpowered, broken characters, like super powerful characters, like, yeah. As his body, he accepted that it was like his own burden. So then his full power, yeah. So he was different from his usual. So, a time skip. So his girlfriend and like during the time skip gave birth to their daughter. Yeah. And her mother and her father, reason why they always leave her behind is because she wasn't good enough. But Zuko doesn't see that in her. She's perfect for him. So then when her daughter came into existence, She was born with 6 arms. And her intelligence was similar to hers mother. Or should I say, or when she's a kid, or when she was, a kid, she had a similar to the, like how her mother was before. And so then, yeah. So now a time skip to 15. And because of age of 7 thing, she must have been, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She must have been 8 years old. Yeah. And when she was 4 years old, she went towards the quirk doctor and she did basically the quirk doctor tells her that she has a quirk and so he didn't tell her, or so they're so that's why Suzuku didn't go to the quirk, or so he actually did try to go to UA, but the UA rejected him. Because of they see his quirkless thing. But then, so another time skip to, basically All Might and All for One. As so when he told his daughter so when he told his wife that he needed to show them why, as she doesn't know what he's talking about, and do you want to see a good show as his daughter says yeah. And so then he goes in, so All for One was about to shoot a beam of light as Zuko says, you're such a weakling, aren't you, All Might? As the All for One did launch the attack, and Zuko absorbs the attack as he says, that's okay. Maybe after this we'll hang out. As All for One looks at Zuko and says, as the man that I've been looking for. It's you, Zuko Midoriya. Or should I say the powerfulest person in the universe? As Bakugo is like, wait, what? And Shiraki-sen tells Bakugo that you aren't the strongest one. See, your friend, or should I say, Izuku Midoriya is the one that we're after. He's more powerful than anyone. Hey? So then as everyone was shocked when they heard that Zuko was the only one as he says, you heard about my, that's funny. I heard about a lot about you too. You take quirks or gives them to others or keep them for yourself. You know what I call that? Greed and hatred. So now, as Zuko uses his full power, so when he evolved his own body, yeah, he became a monster. He became more than just so he ends up basically like his eyes were covered, but he has 2 extra heads or like a lot of extra heads, first of all. And everybody saw what his real power was. As his daughter is like, yahoo! I mean, names. And like, as even Zuko's his own daughter, or not daughter, his own wife was cheering him on. And yeah, without much power at Zuko's is, and yeah, you know what he did? He basically, that's because in this alternate timeline thing, more powerful the person is, the more, basically, the higher the stats of the person is. So when they thought All Might, or as All Might and the rest of them can't even believe how much power Zuko has. And yeah, Zuko grabs All For One by all 4 limbs and rips him to pieces. And because of power of 0 is neutralizing All Might's, or no, not All Might, All For One's regeneration. And yeah, literally tearing him limb from limb and crushed All For One's heart and stuff like that. Yeah, brutal. And yeah. And his limbs that what he gave to his, basically what his daughter was born thing, she actually was born with it as her own powers. Not her quirk, so she has a mutation powers. So she's similar to her father, but as Yeah. After that, he went home as he did calm down a lot, as he transforms back into his human-like state, as he did kiss his wife, um, as he didn't like mean to have her watch the how horrifying it was, because she was pretty scared at first, but then when she forgave him on like not killing them, as his own daughter says, well, she was crying through the most of the news of it, or that battle, so because she was scared you might lost control. But hey, that's okay. As she basically loves her father on her, and she wanted to, if she ever got a boyfriend, and then it would have been similar to her like father's, because she also inherits her father's is powers of zero and infinity. So yeah, he so during the time skip, he does teach his daughter how to open doors, and they basically teach her how to use her or using her powers properly and all that stuff. So, and the overhaul fight, Izuku still, like, basically, he did go toe-to-toe with All For One, or not All For One, I mean Overhaul, and, yeah. So then, so the heroes is protection agency. They were discussing about like how should we deal with this kid that has so much power that even he could have just torn the world limb from limb and all that stuff. As some of them are like, I agree. As Nezu was in that meeting, and he says, this is a question I've been thinking about. Why did we push away why did we eject, I can't even say it. Why did we, refuse his joining? Something tells me that Quark Doctor isn't telling us, or didn't tell him that. As a Quark Doctor did, and just walked in. Sorry I'm late. Good. We were just talking about you. Why did you lie to to Izuku Midoriya? Well, to protect him from his own powers. Because I have seen, when I did his quirk his quirk thing, he had a power of Inferno. So basically, if that power truly awoken, the entire world would be at stake. So I thought I made a right call. Yeah, but you also didn't take into account of him having powers beyond any human understandings. We should just, yeah. So then so they did invite Zuko to the, so he did invite Zuko to All Might versus, or so, they did invite Zuko to join UA, and at this point, his daughter is 9 years old. Both of their parents are 16 and 15. Yeah. So both of them joined UA. And of course, so she does go to school on like normal school thing, and so then her parents go to UA, and yeah, everybody's like so everybody's like, okay, as everybody was being super nice to Zuko, including Bakugo, and yeah, so with that much power, Zuko was basically got respected by everybody. And yeah, Zuko's but before he arrived, like way before, Razorhead told Bakugo that your friend wasn't quirkless, actually. Yeah, okay. What's going on with... Well, your friend was actually the opposite of... His quirk is actually... He's more powerful than anyone you could have noticed. But he was born with a quirk of Inferno. If that awakened, then it would kiss the humanity goodbye. Or the entire planet, should I say. And Zuko, or as Bakugo and Todoroki and Ochako heard that they they were friends with the one that could destroy the entire world. And yeah. So Mina did like or actually hold on. Mina, she did try to like basically criticize the both of Zuko and her of like dating and all that stuff. And yeah, she basically, as sometimes as he just, or Zuko's just like, or actually some of them reminds her that it's like poking the nuclear bomb with a stick thing. And yeah, she can't believe it. And he went, yeah. So yeah. So when her told Mina that they that she's basically dating Zuko and yeah, all that stuff. Well, yeah. And so then when they yeah. So after school, they were walking and the entire class 1A wanted to, or actually Bakugo, Ochako, Todoroki, me, and Zumi were wanted to ask, or no, actually, they apologized to Zuko to, like, yeah. They basically, as a young, or, so, Zuko says, you didn't do anything to me. So, as a young girl, about 9 years old, comes out of nowhere and the so a 9-year-old girl, she's young, first of all, comes out of nowhere and tells, well, so where are we gonna eat? As everybody, and she's like, hold on, sweet pea, your father and his friends are just chatting. We'll be yeah, and so everybody, Todoroki, Bako, Ochako, and Zumi were so like, wait, what? You already have a kid? Yeah. So they're like, man. To be honest, it was the my girlfriend's phone. So, as Zuko says, she kind of went a little bit overboard, but I'm not mad. Huh. Yeah. So, Bakugo and Todoroki and Ochako were like, man. Yeah. So, Ochako got married to... So, now we're in the near future. So, because Zuko and her... Because of the powers things... Because she doesn't age as hard, and neither does their daughters, but she becomes the daughter of, or no, she would be, so during the time skip to the future, she's about 15. And she joins UA, and yeah, she goes through like hero courses and all that stuff. And Izuku was pretty much a good pro hero. And yeah, and he's also a good father to her, or husband, should I say, to her. And yeah, so he wasn't doing like what Endeavor, but he was doing like, he was just relaxing. That's what his wife wanted from him, was to chill out with him. Because with the power of like fear at his like arsenal thing, he basically is way more powerful than any normal human can. And so, with that out of the way, because I had this since yesterday, so I was gonna make it it boring, like just saying the quirk doctor says, "Oh, you have a quirk, and so be careful." Oh, so then it would have been that. It would be like the quickest what if that I ever did. It would have been like, "Oh, it is time." Boom. As once it woke up or awakened, then it blows up. Yeah. Well, that was kind of boring what if thing. But I wanted it to be a little bit longer. So, so I chose to add her into the mix. Or add both her and her into the mix. So yeah. If you guys want me to do another what if, like, alternate one, let me know in the comments below. And I'm really getting like trying to aim away from like super dark stuff. Like, basically what I mean is that, think about in like last year or last month, or it's a long time, you guys asked me to like do a what if that was like, what if Deku was a robot? Then I did it, and it like, yeah, it was pretty short, and yeah. So then, yeah, I want to do like something that's like combining certain animes with it. So that's why. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and peace out. And yeah. And please turn on subtitles before this video starts.